Hey guys, welcome to my video. For today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make my icon status Afghan. To begin, all you're going to need is some yarn and a crochet hook. For this tutorial, you will need to know how to make chains and how to make the double crochet stitch. I have videos on both of those and I will have them listed down below. Starting from the very beginning and making chains, you're going to make chains in the multiple of 6. I have already made 156 chains for my example blanket. To start row 1, make 1 double crochet into the 9th chain from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then you'll make 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chains. So that's 4 double crochets so far. We're now going to get into our sequence for this row. Make 2 chains, to skip 2 chains, and then into each of the next 4 chains, make a double crochet. And that is going to be our sequence. So we're going to make 2 chains, to skip 2 chains, into each of the next 4 chains, make 1 double crochet. Make 2 chains, to skip 2 chains, then into each of the next 4 chains, make 1 double crochet. This is how that sequence is looking so far. So you would start repeating from here, make 2 chains to skip 2 chains, then work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 chains. You're going to repeat this until you reach the end of this row. And that's how row 1 is looking. To start row 2, make 3 chains. These 3 chains count as a double crochet, so you can skip the first stitch. Into each of the next 3 double crochet, make a double crochet. Now we're going to get into our sequence. Make 2 chains to skip any previous chain space. Into each of the next 4 stitches, make 1 double crochet. And that's going to be our sequence. Make 2 chains to skip any chain space, make 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 double crochet. Make 2 chains to skip any chain space, make 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 double crochet. So you can see how that sequence is looking. You're going to start repeating from here, making those 2 chains to skip any previous chain space, then making 1 double crochet into each stitch across, basically 4 stitches, until you reach that next chain space. You're going to be repeating this until you reach the end of this row. Once you get to the end of this row, you're going to have this chain space. You're going to make 2 chains like we had been doing. Then into the top of these chains, you're going to make a double crochet to complete this row. And that's how row 2 is looking. To start row 3, make 3 chains. These 3 chains will count as a double crochet. We're going to immediately start our sequence for this row. Into this first chain space, make 2 double crochet. Into this next stitch, make a double crochet. Now we're going to make 2 chains to skip 2 stitches, then into this next stitch, make a double crochet. Now we're going to start repeating from these 2 double crochet in this chain space. So into this next chain space right here, make 2 double crochet. Then into this next stitch, make a double crochet. Then we're going to make 2 chains to skip 2 stitches. Into this next stitch, double crochet. Into this next chain space, 2 double crochet. Into this next stitch, 1 double crochet, then make 2 chains to skip 2 stitches. Into this next stitch, double crochet. So you can see how this row is looking so far. We've moved our chain spaces over these previous stitches, and then we've moved stitches over these previous chain spaces. So we just shifted the chain spaces over. So you can see it's going to be 4 stitches, then a chain space, 4 stitches and a chain space. So you're going to start repeating from these 2 stitches in this chain space, make 1 stitch into the next stitch right here, chain 2 to skip 2 stitches, then 1 double crochet into this stitch right here. You'll start repeating this until you reach the end of this row. So once you get to the end of this row, you reach these last 4 stitches. You've already worked this 1 double crochet into this stitch right and made your 2 chains to skip 2 stitches. You're going to have these chains over here at the end of your row. These counted as a double crochet. So you're going to skip these stitches like we had been doing. Into these last chains that are counting as a double crochet, you're going to work a double crochet into the top of those to complete this row. And that's how row 3 is looking. To start row 4, make 5 chains. So 3 of these 5 chains count as a double crochet stitch, and then these 2 chains just count as this chain space that we are going to be working over. So you're going to skip over this chain space. You're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 double crochet. So row 4 is going to be our matching row to row 3. We're going to be making chain spaces over chain spaces and stitches over stitches. So to get into our sequence, make 2 chains to skip any chain space. Work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. Make 2 chains to skip any chain space. Work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. Make 2 chains to skip any chain space. Work 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. So this is how everything is looking. You would now repeat this sequence, make 2 chains to skip any chain space, then make 1 double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches until you reach the next chain space. You're going to repeat this sequence for the rest of this row. So once you reach the end of your row, you've made 2 chains to skip this last chain space, and then you've made 1, 2, 3 double crochet into each of these last 3 stitches. You're going to have some chains over here at the end of your row. These counted as a double crochet. So into the top of those chains, you're going to make a double crochet to complete your row. And that's how row 4 is looking. To start row 5, make 5 chains. 3 of these 5 chains count as a double crochet, and then these 2 count as a future chain space. You're going to skip 3 stitches, and then into this 4th one over here, you're going to make a double crochet. So for this row, we are moving the chain spaces again over stitches. We are going to be covering up previous chain spaces with stitches and moving new chain spaces over stitches. So you can see how our chain spaces are moving around every 2 rows. So getting into the sequence for this row, make 2 double crochet into this next chain space, 1 double crochet into this next stitch, 2 chains to skip 2 stitches, then 1 double crochet into this next stitch. Now you would start repeating from these 2 double crochet into this chain space. 2 double crochet into this next chain space, 1 double crochet into this next stitch, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, 1 double crochet into this next stitch, 2 double crochet into this chain space, 1 double crochet into this next stitch, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, 1 double crochet into this next stitch. So you can see how the sequence is basically the same in each row. We're just moving around these chain spaces and these stitches, filling in chain spaces with stitches and then making new chain spaces over stitches. So you're going to start repeating this sequence for this row. 2 double crochet into any previous chain space, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2 to skip 2 stitches of this previous 4, then 1 double crochet into this next stitch or the last stitch in this previous 4. You're going to start repeating this for the rest of this row. So once you reach the end of your row, you're going to have this last chain space. You're going to work 2 double crochet into that last chain space, just like we had done throughout our sequence of this row. We worked 2 double crochet into each chain space. And then 3 of these previous chains of this chain space down here counted as a double crochet. So into the top of those last chains at the end of this row, you're going to make a double crochet to complete this row. And that's how row 5 is looking. You would now repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 in order for however long you want your project. I'm going to continue on and come back when my blanket is complete. So this is how my blanket is looking. I ended up making 74 rows for a throw size. And that is going to be how to make my icon status Afghan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more from me. You can follow me on all social media at crochetmelovely, all one word. Please leave me any feedback down below for future videos and tutorials that you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for being here and have a great day.